Since NFL free agency started, we've seen a ton of moves happen, but there's one move in my opinion that stands out as the worst of them all. Before free agency started, I don't think there was a single person out there that predicted DeAndre Swift would be signing a contract with the Chicago Bears. An Eagles running back has a career year and signs for a bag in the offseason. This kind of seems like something we've seen before. With DeAndre Swift having a career year, you would think this is a good upgrade for the Bears, but I really don't think it is. The Bears already have two serviceable running backs on their team, Khalil Herbert and Rashawn Johnson, who have a combined contract of $2 million. Instead of keeping that great bargain, the Bears decide to sign DeAndre Swift to a 3-year, $24 million deal. It isn't the biggest contract, so it isn't going to put the Bears in cap hell or anything like that, but this contract puts Swift as a top 10 highest paid running back in the league, when he's arguably not even a top 20 running back overall. I know that Herbert and Johnson are far from the best running back room in the NFL, so adding Swift is an upgrade on paper, but it wasn't a necessary upgrade. Khalil Herbert's proven to be a decent running back in the NFL. He had multiple games last season where he reached over 100 rushing yards, and that's with playing alongside Justin Fields, who was essentially a running back himself. His 4.6 yards per carry isn't amazing, but it is the exact same yards per carry that DeAndre Swift had. Swift did have about 100 more rushing attempts, but he was on the Eagles, the team with the number 1 ranked offensive line by Pro Football Network. If you compare that to the Bears, they had the 13th ranked offensive line. While 13 is still a good ranking, it's in the top half of the league, the Eagles are widely regarded as the best by far. While many football fans would argue that the Bears are closer to the 32nd ranked line than the 1st ranked line. Rashawn Johnson was a rookie last season, and he didn't really stand out, so I can understand why they feel the need to upgrade from him, but he was never really given a chance to prove himself in-game. His most carries in a single game last season was 10, and he only did that one time. He did show a little bit of potential in the passing game though, with 34 receptions on 40 targets. With this Swift signing, Rashawn's immediately pushed back to 3rd on the Bears running back depth chart, and barring an injury, Rashawn isn't going to get the opportunity in-game to prove himself. This Swift signing to me, it kind of feels like deja vu. An Eagles running back has a career season, much better than any other season he's had in his career, and he goes off to sign a big contract somewhere else. This exact same scenario happened last offseason when Miles Sanders signed with the Carolina Panthers. The Eagles' offensive line made Sanders look like he was going to be a stud. And I'm not ashamed to admit it, I was fooled by that. I drafted a lot of Miles Sanders in fantasy football last season. He ended up having by far the worst season of his career, and his career as an NFL starting running back, it's probably over. This DeAndre Swift situation feels like the exact same thing. Swift has his first ever 1,000-yard rushing season, and the Bears think he'll be able to replicate that in Chicago. And I understand that Chicago wants to bring in better weapons to help out Caleb Williams, but Swift is not the answer. This running back free agency was arguably the best in NFL history. If you're going to give a player a fat contract, why wouldn't you go after someone like Barkley or Josh Jacobs? Players who've proven over multiple seasons that they're legitimate threats on offense. Or even better, you could have looked into improving that offensive line, which would help protect Caleb and would improve Herbert and Rashawn's running. You could have killed 2 birds with 1 stone making a move like that, but instead, the Eagles' offensive line gets another subpar running back paid. Good for Swift for making his money. You gotta get that bag where you can. But I'm calling it right now, DeAndre Swift is gonna have the worst season of his career on the Bears. Let me know your thoughts on the Swift signing in the comments below. Am I extremely wrong? Possibly. It wouldn't be the first time. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I really like seeing my subscriber count go up. It makes me very happy. And I like to be happy. Don't you want to make someone happy? Come on, you know you do. Hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.